Safety ratings are part of the National Highway Safety Traffic Administration's new car assessment program. Tests include driver and passenger front side and side barrier pull tests.
Welcome to YoungerLife Live on this gorgeous Monday morning. A little stuffy in here. Our ear's not working so great, right?
But they're on the way.
I know, of course. They're on their way to save the day. But it is, it's beautiful outside. And I walked in and it's usually pretty cool in here. So I kind of expected that. It surprised me. I'm Mary Anthony and I get Mike Sanders
to hang out today, yeah. So.
Yes, we do. And we're talking about the fair.
The fair's in town.
The fair's in town. The oldest fair in Indiana is
it
LaPorte
really?
County Fair. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I know it is. It's really neat. So, it's always fun. And I love the fair. So we're going to get into the fair, and we've got a busy week at the fair, but we wanted to start with your weekend. I didn't see it was a 3-day weekend. So.
It was such an interesting weekend. Got to sleep outside with the boys.
Oh my goodness.
We did some tent living. That was kind of cool. We did some boxing. Took a bike ride. Thought of you guys.
You did?
Yeah, about 8 miles in. I'm like, you know what? I think the Younger Life crew, you and Rick and the people at the bike stop,
yeah.
I think they would all be very proud of me.
Wow. So the whole family?
Me and the 2 boys.
Oh, how nice.
We left 1 boy behind.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
He opted out.
The weak link.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's mean.
I was like, Xbox, you get on your bike right now.
Oh, how nice, though.
He cut the grass while we were on our bike ride, so he didn't just sit on
Then
his
he
stuff.
definitely worked out.
Yeah.
He got it. I got a text from Rick on Friday, I think it was. It was right before they left, and he had said mile marker or something, and I thought that I didn't really get what he meant. And then he sent me a text that said that he was up to 27 miles on his bike, and that was a personal best for him.
In one sitting?
Yeah.
For Rick?
So I just said, wow. I mean, that's fabulous. I said, I'm jealous. It was in between, running around. It was in between. We were actually at the fair. I know the fair just technically started, but one of my daughters was showing one of our dogs, and the dog show is a couple-day thing. It's an all-day thing. The first day was already happened on Friday. So we were actually at the fairgrounds. So it was on Friday that I got the text, and right before they left, and to go to California. So at least he was trying to fit some fitness in before.
You got to squeeze it in
before that,
you
but
can.
still, that's pretty incredible. It was a very, very hot day. So 27 miles, and that's a lot.
I don't know where he gets the energy to do what he does.
Like,
and then
I don't know where he gets his energy anyways.
No
right?
excuses for anybody.
Yeah, I know. It's fabulous, though. I said, wow, that's so exciting. So.
Now, a quick question. I'm just going to change course real quick. You mentioned the dog show, and your daughter is what kind of dog, number one? And number two, how do you get involved in something like that?
Okay, so it's part of the 4-H, which is, obviously 4-H exhibits and stuff at the fair. So, and as far as what kind of dog, it doesn't really matter. People have dogs of all different kinds. They're not broken into breed. They're broken more into like beginner. Like she's certainly novice. She's brand new. This is her first year doing dogs. And it was interesting. She did a showmanship class and an obedience class with our little dachshund. Our little, she's like 10-pound little miniature dachshund. So she's not quite one, the dog. And so she's very much a puppy. And my dogs are like my kids. They They mind only when they want. So she did.
I'm gonna chew on the shoe.
She did fabulous for showmanship. She
So is it like the Westminster? I get this vision, and you're
I
running
know.
around with the leash.
Well,
and
let me tell you what's really funny. So I've never actually watched one of the 4-H dog shows. I didn't really know what to expect other than going to the trainings for these are with the other 4-Hers. So I would see that. But they began, and it wasn't my daughter. It was, they had broken into classes, like I said, age groups. So they start with the oldest so the youngest can kind of watch and see what's going to go on. Which is nice, but I went to go get some drinks for one of my boys out of our cooler, which they had us set up in in another barn. So that was really nice. We got to be in the shade. And when I came back, I'm chatting away to somebody, and I noticed it's quiet in there. And they said, "Shh, you're supposed to be quiet. Isn't that funny?" And I thought, "Oh man,
what are these dogs up to?" Hey, I got some drinks. Okay.
So yeah, okay. I thought, "Ooh, I didn't know I was supposed to be silent." So, I thought this will be a trip all day. Well, I thought that'll be a trip all day, keeping my younger kids quiet, get real. But they did good. They got really antsy, but it was a very long day. And so the dog show was great. My daughter did well in her showmanship. She did just above half for the showmanship. Like out of 11, she had 5. She was 5th place.
Okay.
And obedience out of her little class, there were 9, and she got 9th.
Well, as long as you're placed, man.
Do you know, it's funny she got last, but the mistake is where they were at. Our little dog saw the rest of us. Mm-hmm. So as my daughter's doing the commands, down, stay.
Does the dog actually follow most of the time?
She will. She will do it, but then she sees us and she wants to come over to
Family,
the side.
what's
so
up,
she's
hey?
like, "Yeah, hey, what's going on?
Look at my tail. Look what it's doing. I love you so much. Oh my god."
So we were trying to hide, and it was kind of a disaster, but it was funny. I mean, she minded. She did a couple of the commands, but the other dogs did better. Everyone did really good. It's really cute. We love 4-H. I was in 4-H. The kids have always been in 4-H, just doing different things, even though we don't really have animals other than our pets. I mean, we don't have farm animals,
Gotcha.
But the kids, so they've always done crafts and always done just different things like that to be involved. They really enjoy it, and it's always been nice. So the dog show was an experience. And my daughter did not practice as much as I thought that she should. Mm-hmm. So we've discussed that she's going to try it again next year with the same little dachshund, and hopefully she'll be a little bit older and a little bit more mature, the puppy, and my daughter a little more
I think
responsible with the practice.
Well, yeah, you go through it, you see how it all is. You're like, I can win this. I can place higher.
I felt like we had no real idea what to expect.
Yeah.
And so, you live and learn and do it again. So that's what we're going to do. It's fun though.
Life.
She enjoyed herself, and it was
important.
cute. It was such a long day that our puppy was so exhausted. She just kept falling asleep even there.
It's doing commands in its sleep. Sitting, it's rolling over.
While other classes were showing, our dog was just like, she was just splayed out like on the bleachers, just sound asleep. She was just wiped out.
Wow.
And I said, that's kind of nice. It was nice to take her home, and she was so tired she barely moved. I said, there's a great behavioral plan for us. Wear her out.
Yeah, wear it out.
It was nice. It was a good time. So
Very
the fair
cool.
technically started now. I mean, it has now begun, and we're going to be out there all week in some capacity doing kind of taking a peek around. LaPorte Hospital has a tent set up there this year. They're going to be between the goat barn and the large restrooms. And so they're going to have an area set up, and it's a different event going on there every day, which is kind of cool. And
being by the restrooms really helps.
It is.
It
and,
really does.
And it's a very nice restroom that they're next to. It's like a large
This
building.
is what I heard when they were hearing about the setup. It's like it's a really nice setup where the restrooms are, but to be by it, everybody's going to be making that trip at some point.
Exactly.
They'll stop off by the tent and say hello.
Absolutely, and there's something cool every day. I'm gonna kind of let you know what's going on today. We can go over what's going on every day. But then every day we'll kind of just update you on that day, so we're not overwhelming.
A little back. A little back.
Yeah, we gotta
leave
it a little.
Yeah, leave
but
you wanting more.
It's really interesting. So today they're having, this sounds like a lot of fun. It's called the Junk Food Blaster Activity.
Junk Food Blaster.
Mm-hmm. It's from noon to 4 p.m. They're doing a Junk Food Blaster. It's a game. I haven't seen it yet. I will see it this afternoon. I'll be there this afternoon, and I kind of get to try it myself, and and hopefully we're going to get some footage of that and some footage of other people doing it. And
the mind races with ideas because I have no idea what this is.
Well, I
is
said,
it like a gummy bear war or?
Well, I said I kind of feel like, is it? Are we shooting junk food in the garbage? I mean, like, what are we doing? I'm not really sure. So they haven't really told me much.
High-speed Twinkies.
Other than it's the junk food blaster activity.
All right.
It's from noon to 4 that goes on. It's just a come and go kind of thing. And then starting from 4 p.m. to 7, we've had this before at other events, and it's fabulous. It's a mini health food fair. So they're going to have sauteed food going on, like they did at Dirt to Delicious, a grain bar, which is really, really cool, a smoothie bar. They're going to be making smoothies, and they're going to have the exhibit Rick and I had tried at the safety fair. It's about seeing how clean your hands really are.
Oh gosh,
it's crazy.
Oh man,
it's like a germ. I said I'm not a germaphobe, but it definitely will shed some light on, literally light. It's like lights you put your hands under.
Like the black light and you can see or something?
Yes, you put your hand in stuff and then you think you wash your hands. It's just interesting. It's interesting to see how germs actually stick on, and it's really neat. Well, so that's going to be there.
Yeah, spending a lot of time in studios, I think I wash my hands a lot. I would be surprised.
I wash my hands all the time, and I feel like I'm very thorough at it. I'm always washing my hands because I'm always making snacks or food or something for the kids. So I'm constantly washing my hands, and I feel like I'm super thorough. And I was still surprised by the
I might
experience.
Have to take that myself.
So that's really cool. That's going to be there, and then they're also going to have an Ask a Provider. I'm not even sure which doctor will be there tonight for questions. That will be. They've got a bunch of doctors all week, and I think it's just really, really cool, and it's a fabulous thing to be able to, like our Ask a Pharmacist kind of. You never really know what to expect or when a question will come up, but in these cases, every day they're going to be having somebody. So I think that's really neat and very helpful. Wow. I encourage people to get out, take a peek around.
People have their questions, man. Yeah.
Well, and it'll be fun, and I know that every day has a little bit of a different theme. So that's today going on.
All
Again,
right.
The tent set up for LaPorte Hospital will be between Goat Barn and Restroom Building.
Okay.
And I'll be out there this afternoon.
Junk Food Blaster at noon.
Junk Food Blaster, and then mini health food fair. So
very cool.
Tomorrow is called Play for Health.
Play for Health.
Play for Health Day. So they're discussing a bunch of different things. This is going to be sports related, like sports related exhibit. I don't want to say exhibits, but like showing you different, the way you move, the way you stretch, the way you lift. We've talked about ergonomics before, and that was really, really cool. But this is about, say you are swinging a bat, just playing ball the same way consistently over and over, or a golf club, ways that you can actually improve your, not only your game, but ways to improve your, any of the sore muscles, the way you physically handle it. Yeah. Okay. You may improve your game, but it will certainly help improve your health while you're, the way your stance, your muscles, all of that stuff.
And maybe they could tell you if you're doing something maybe a little bit wrong that's harmful.
They are. They're supposed to actually be having a really cool electronic thing there that will help tell you how you can better your game and what you're doing incorrectly.
Well, my golf game is perfect in every way.
My golf game is terrible. Nobody would ever want me on their team.
I played miniature golf once, I think.
Even miniature golf, I'm awful. I don't know why.
I keep hitting the clown in the face.
Miniature golf, I overshoot. I think that's the problem. I want to shoot it too hard, but real golf, I'm really, really stinky at. So.
I've seen it on TV, so there you are. But I hear my game is awesome, so anyway.
So that will be really interesting. I mean, every day they have something really, really cool going on. So Tuesday and Wednesday are kind of based on those kind of events.
Okay.
Thursday is Colorectal Comedy Hour. Now this, I heard, they've done this before. And honestly, had such a fabulous response. This is going to be really funny. I think they have 7 comedians booked. I'm trying to think. Let me see.
Wow. Well, good comedy is always that's a premium anyway.
7 on Facebook at the LaPorte Hospital Facebook page. It actually breaks down every day of LaPorte Hospital coming to the fair kind of thing, and tells you there are 7 comedians. It's It says because comedy is funny, but colon cancer isn't.
It's not.
Which is so true. And, we had talked to GI Dr. Seth Tatel before on air. He's fabulous. And he's going to be there to answer questions and schedule colonoscopies for those that are interested in it. So It's going to be, that's Thursday. And so the comedy hour, let me see, the comedy hour is actually 7 p.m. to 8:30. But they're going to have wellness trivia throughout the day, noon to 4, again in a tent. So that's going to kind of be a fun thing. They break it into sections, which is fabulous because, especially at the fair, people come and go. No one goes to just sit in one spot all day. And especially for the 4-H families, I know typically, of course, evening is busier. That's when everybody comes. But there are people, it is busy all day, honestly. Just there are people roaming around and checking it out all day long. So, there's a lot to see, a lot to do, a lot to talk about, and stop at the LaPorte Hospital tent. Yeah. Friday they're doing
Friday.
Yeah, I know it's only Monday,
but
it's
so weird.
I'm trying to go through every day.
The end of the week is actually coming, folks.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're gonna do a little bit of a highlight our Dirt to Delicious event that took place on the lawn of LaPorte Hospital.
Okay.
So they're going to be talking about, Sasha G. Burns from Sunkissed Organics. She presented at Dirt to Delicious. They're going to be talking about that. The LaPorte Library will be there. Sasha should be there. They're doing hands-on planting kits again that they talked about once before. The pickling kits. Okay, we've talked about pickles lots and lots of times now. Made our own pickles, which were delicious. They did pickles at Dirt to Delicious as well, and they will be doing a downsized scale of that. So right. And there's of course like interactive games for kids and stuff. We've realized this is the fair. It's going to be all about families, and there's something to do for everybody. Yeah. But this is a really cool. Fun is always the theme. Yeah. This is just a really, really great idea and a great way to get involved with such a large community event. Anyway, Saturday for LaPorte Hospital at the fair is Family Day. They'll be there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So they'll be there all day on Saturday. They'll be doing the interactive car seat demonstrations, which they are. They partner up with the Port Fire Department to do that. Yeah, and they're so great. If you find out your child is not in an appropriate seat, they give you one. I mean, it's just amazing. They're going to do that, and they're going to have a mini firefighter challenge for the kids, which is always fun. That will be between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. So, again, something every day, and every day this week, you and I will kind of reiterate what the next day is, so people know. Yeah, we'll recap, and hopefully I'll get to be part of these events every day that we'll get to show. So that's kind of what we're shooting for. My kids are dying for the fair because being there on Friday, just for the dog show. Now, mind you, there's nothing, they're setting up, of course, but nothing's up and running, or wasn't on Friday. Yeah, but we walked that fair so many times just in between classes because the kids, they already have their own routes, like down pat, what they want to do.
This way, then that way, then that way.
Yeah, kind of what they want to do.
This ride's over here.
They do. It's so funny, and it's so cute, and it's one of those things that we go to every year, of course, again, being in 4-H, we're there numerous times, but it's one of those places that we run into people that we tend to only see at the fair. But we love it. It's our annual little meetup. Like, hey! Yeah, you see friends you haven't seen since the previous fair, and it's nice, and it's so much fun, and the kids have such a great time. It's such a great place to go for family bonding because there are so many things you can do. It's not all about the rides. We typically go more than once, and we have it to where we do a ride day only once. So that way, yeah. I mean,
gotcha. I mean, that's the big day to do it. The other times you're kind of
we'll pick one day and say this is going to be ride day. The rest of the time, whenever we go, it's about the animals. It's about watching some of the shows. They do a fabulous job. So I hope everybody gets out there and checks it out.
It's great exercise, and
it's
all about community. So
I mean, you want to talk about logging some steps on those Fitbits. Man, I about blew mine up on Friday. Just walking around, it's nice.
See how many steps you can put in.
Absolutely.
Make it a little challenge.
And Fair Week typically is always going to be a scorcher, as today is proving to be, to live up to that expectation. Yes. Today, that's going to be. Yep. And, there's always at least one storm. You can count on rain at least once during Fair Week. At least once this week, and it's nice. That's just how it goes. It's part of it. And I think, you just take it as it comes. And, it is the oldest fair in Indiana. It is. And they do a great job of keeping up the grounds. They're always making improvements. And, when we were there for rehearsal, it was a training practice thing for my daughter before they actually showed. It was early in the week. It was on Tuesday. So our dog show was until Friday. Animals and stuff really started coming on Saturday. Fair actually begun yesterday on Sunday.
Okay.
So last Tuesday we were there. There were so many 4-H'ers there and community members volunteering. They were painting and, their own barns, their own stuff to kind of spruce everything up before the fair. And I thought, I like to observe that. I think, wow, I mean, what a great way. Everybody worked together, kind of. It's a great lesson for the kids. We, we participate in this and we enjoy the fair every year, but they also need to understand how much work goes into it.
It didn't just pop up. There was
Oh,
work
absolutely.
that went into it.
Yeah. And it definitely takes a lot of people.
I see that,
so
that
it's fun.
fast motion video in my head. I think someone
I
should
know.
film the whole thing and then
With music,
Yeah.
like circus music in the background. Yeah, it's very, very neat though to watch and to watch all the prep work that really goes into it. Even the lawn care and the planting and stuff like that. It takes a lot of work. Yeah. And so it's nice to see and it's fun. We showed up on Friday morning for the dog show. Like I said, we were there very early and we had one of my kids' best friends she's with us a lot, but we got there and as soon as we get out, she said, smells like the fair. I mean, you smell the fresh sawdust because they bring sawdust in for all these different stalls and, in all the barns. And it's just in huge piles because people are starting to haul it and you just smell it everywhere. And it's so, it's just fun.
It's that time.
It is that time. I mean, and like I said, 4th of July and the fair for my family at least marks, we're halfway through summer break. So
I can't even believe it.
It's like, oh my goodness, I can't either.
Yeah, I'm not.
when we had Principal Tara Bush on last week, she's awesome. Talking about great. Ways and little ideas and tips to kind of get our kids, kind of the wheels turning again, so that way that they don't have that summer learning loss that is so standard and so typical now, which is unfortunate. And so talking to her, telling my kids about the conversation and about the interview and stuff, they too, it's just funny to see how the older they get, the more they realize how quickly summer passes. Yeah. They say, oh my goodness, we can't be talking about that yet. But my younger ones keep saying, we've been out forever. That's what they feel like. They feel like they haven't been in school forever or seen their friends forever.
As you get older, it seems time goes faster.
It does. And it's so obvious in my own kids. My kids span from 4 to 16. So to watch them notice how fast my older ones realize it and how it seems like forever for my younger ones. It's cute. Just my 4-year-old was saying, I haven't seen my preschool friends in a really, really long time. Now, mind you, they just got out. I mean, it was June.
Yeah.
It wasn't terribly long ago, but it seems like it to them. It's just really cute.
We were talking about that, me and the boys. We were just kind of hanging out this weekend. They were like, man, it really feels like it's been forever. My oldest one, he's like, yeah, no, it's kind of flying by.
It is.
But he's got him by 4 years, so it's a little bit different mentally.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And it really has flown. This summer has been very, very busy for my family, that I feel like it's just gone so quickly. So we really, really want to enjoy the fair as much as we can. And, Rick's on vacation all week, and we're hoping to hear from him at least once.
At least once.
I said we won't call him and bother him this morning.
We thought about
just started.
We thought about bothering him. We were like,
we talked
not on
about
vacation, not first real day.
But it's
If he
he's
calls
only
in,
been
that's
there.
on him. But if we call him, that's different.
I don't want to call. And
hey, guilt trip, what's up, man?
Yeah. Do you know the ear's out?
Yeah, come on, yo.
No, we definitely don't want to call and do that to him. That doesn't seem very fair.
Wake up.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's having a good time. I hope he's having a good time.
I'm sure they are. I hope they have a wonderful vacation. And so we're going to hold it down here, and it's going to be all about the fair.
Do our thing, yeah. So
it's going to be all about the fair this week. And like I said, I am excited to try this junk food blaster. I envision like this big slingshot, flinging. I'm not sure.
See, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to tell you what I picture
until you started saying
and
that.
Honestly, they are very reserved on telling me anything. It's more or less just come at this time and we're going to show you because they want me to experience it as anybody else would.
Yeah.
Which is fun, and I kind of like that little mystery anyway. But I picture these big slingshots and then big empty trash cans, and we have to like a timer and see how much junk food we can fling into the can in a certain amount of time. Now, mind you, everything for me is a relay race. I love that. So that's exactly what I picture, is that it's a competition.
Even look in your eye right now. You just got you got so serious.
I got my mean look.
You really want to win.
Game on, man. Game on.
Prison rules. She's throwing elbows. I love it. All right, go ahead.
So that's kind of what I picture. We'll have to see. Oh.
Well, let's see who's on the.
I'm gonna grab my headphones.
Yeah, put the headphones on. Let's see who's on the old Star VIP hotline. Welcome to Younger Life Live.
Hi, this is Danielle Kessler with LaPorte Hospital calling in.
Hi, Danielle. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm so glad you called just now. We're talking about this junk food blaster, and I said, so far that you guys have been very reserved on telling me anything because you guys want me to experience it firsthand when I come this afternoon. But I certainly have my own visions. I want to know a little bit more about this and what I can do to prep.
Dressed as a bad guy, and do we have to shoot him? What's going on?
Well, we don't want to give away all of our secrets because we want people to come and see exactly what this junk food blaster is all about. But I can tell you it involves a straw and a cup.
Wow, okay, now I'm
and
baffled.
Some junk food that you're trying to get into a little mini trash can, if you will, by using hot air maybe.
Oh, well, that sounds great. Okay, so now my whole picture changes. I went from picturing these big slingshots and big trash cans. So now, okay, I'm gonna get my head in the right place here, and I'm gonna do good at this.
It sounds so creative. I love this already.
I love it too. I think it's fun. Can you tell us a little bit about where the idea came from?
Yeah, actually, when we did our Cooking with Thor event a couple years ago, this was one of the events that we did for the kids there, and they absolutely loved it. And it went over well there. And again, with the fair, of course, there is plenty of junk food there.
Certainly.
Which is kind of hard to resist at times. But that's kind of where the idea came from, and just encouraging kids again to, limit their junk food. While obviously they can still have it, but just kind of limiting it. So we're just going to make a little fun game out of it to kind of encourage those healthy behaviors even through the summer.
How nice.
Very
I like
cool.
that. And I think it's a great idea. It really is. And, you talk fair food. Of course, our mouths all water thinking about all the terrible foods for us. But there are still, I'm going to walk around today, hopefully, with our camera guy and try to at least observe some of the healthier options. I mean, enjoy some of the once a year fair food.
You betcha.
Definitely do it. But also know there are some of the vegetables, some of the corn right on the grill. I'm not even talking the fried stuff, but some of the stuff right on the grill, it's so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, every year we look forward to some of those ears of corn that they do on the grill. They're amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's so good. It's good. So I am excited about that. And then the mini health food fair following this evening, right? 4 to 7.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun too. So lots of good stuff going on this week. It's lots of stuff for the family.
Every day we kind of went through a little bit of the plan, and every day we'll kind of reiterate what the next day will be. Mm-hmm. But I look forward to being out there. I'm going to come out every day and kind of see, because I think it's awesome that LaPorte Hospital is going to have a tent up. I think that's great. I think you guys are in a great location. I've said between Goat Barn and the restrooms, right?
You can't miss it.
Honestly, no, I think that's a great location.
Totally
I think it's fabulous. I think that's a great location, and it's a very good spot. I think hopefully you guys will get a lot of traffic in there, and there's always something cool. I mean, I'm impressed reading through the week's plan how much there really is planned for every age level, and I think that's great. Can you tell us, I saw that tonight there's an Ask a Provider. I am not sure which doctor's going to be there. Are you sure which doctor?
I actually am not sure which provider is out there. Obviously, we have a bunch of great ones, so
right.
Whoever is out there will be absolutely there with open arms to answer any questions, and they're always really personable. So
I think that's great, and part of the mystery too. That's fun. Just go see.
Yeah, who's there?
You know what I mean? Just go see, check it out, and see what's going on. I think it's a great point. Do you get to be out there at all?
I do, actually. Katie Sarver and I will be running these games all week, so I will be out there today from 12 to 3:30 doing junk food blaster.
Oh, good. Well, then I will see you this afternoon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for calling, Danielle.
You bet.
Take
Have
care.
a good day.
Thank you. You
Talk
too.
to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See? That doesn't sound like fun.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad she called. So now my whole vision's changing. I no longer see the big trash cans and the
slingshot.
Yeah, I'm now kind of thinking.
Which I think you might have given them an idea for next year, too.
How
it's
fun.
like, hey, why not?
I'm thinking terrible junk food that we're trying to see how much we can get in get in the can in
Next
like
year we'll
2
shoot it
minutes
for
or something.
distance.
Yeah, I know, right? Or shoot at people. That would. I like the Twinkie bad guy idea. I think that's really funny.
That's a
See if we
junk
can
food
knock
blast.
him over.
Yeah, he's walking around.
That's
stop it.
funny. That will be great.
I'm
I think
bad for
it's
your
good.
health.
So when you were a kid, did you guys go to the fair a lot?
You know what's funny is I grew up I was born in New York and raised in Miami and South Carolina. So the Dade County Youth Fair, that's in Miami, used to go all the time. Every year it
Oh,
came through.
really?
Yeah. And it was they didn't have a lot in ways of how to better your health or anything like that,
Yes.
which as a kid, I didn't care.
I know.
But now that I'm older and I'm hearing about the fairs and I have kids of my own, and you want them to go to the fair, you want them to ride the rides, you want them to indulge here and there.
That's
But at the same time, it's really cool to me now as a parent to see that there's a positive message of things in there too about taking care of yourself.
That's why I say I think it's fabulous that LaPorte Hospital is going to have a tent there. I think that's not the norm.
It's not.
And I think that's a great place, though. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom or just these, much more stuffy hospital-only environments. I like this idea of the hospital is a great asset to our community. We clearly have to have it. But they also are not just there in time of emergency. They're there as a learning tool.
They're part of the community. They're going to help you out. Yeah.
Well, and they're so proactive as far as trying to get the word out on knowledge. It's just incredible.
I think that is the big difference since I've come to this area.
Yeah.
Is I've never seen a community that had so much proactivity.
I love that. And I think that the vision as far as, making our community one of the healthiest is fabulous, and it's important. And when you really get to hear about it and get to participate in some of these fun things, even if only for a few minutes, you are there, it's something that will stick with you. And you might think about it at a later time and say, you know what, it is a beautiful day. Maybe I should go out for a walk, or maybe I should drink a little more water,
maybe.
Or, try some of these organic foods from our local farmers, attend the farmers market, things like that promote health, wellness, and a better community all the way around. So,
or maybe you come out today because you have a health question and you just and you scope the area because you're maybe like me and you're like, I don't want to be so forthcoming with my question. But then you come back out tomorrow, scope it again, get comfortable, and by Wednesday you go and ask your question.
Absolutely.
Get a little interaction. It's going to be there all week for you.
It is. It's going to be there all week, and I think that's another great point that you.
Because that's what I'm going to do.
Mike.
This is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to scope it out. And hide behind things.
Test the waters. Test the waters before you.
I've got this ache in my shoulder.
Before you bombard the provider. You know what I mean?
Here's my list of ailments.
Tell me how to fix them
just do it
before I walk away.
And I'm going to go to the corn barn. So
I think it's really. I love that they take part in so many things. The hospital itself,
super cool
in our community. So I do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, people are there anyway because of their children have animals at 4-H, or you're there for a concert, you're there for anything. Walk around. There's so much there. Pioneerland is at the fair, and it's actually built. There's a one room schoolhouse. Like these are actual log buildings that are built on the fairgrounds. It's my kid's favorite thing.
Really?
And it's free because you're already in the fair. These are not rides. They do have teach the kids how to make rope. One day they saw rope being spun and got to try it. And it was at the fair. Pioneerland is one of their favorite things, and it's so educational. It goes to the very basics of, how did our settlers, build their cabins? And what does a one-room schoolhouse look like? And how did they learn? And they have presenters in there that talk about it, and they are very, they just do a wonderful job. It's such a unique fair to me.
See, no kidding. That sounds so awesome. I didn't know. I've never seen that.
They have this place. They also have a quilter's little building, and that's really neat. But they have old school toys. When I say old school, I'm talking like wooden toys that were from forever ago.
Well, you had to use your imagination to play with it? Are you kidding me?
Do you know what's so neat about that, though? They actually, this team of people that, do run Pioneerland, they actually make these. And so the kids know how they're made, and then they get to play with them. It's hands-on. It's all interactive. They'll have stilts set up out of, rope that they spun and wood blocks that my kids, they love it. I mean, it is such a cool part, and it is something that sticks with them for so long. And I feel like LaPorte Hospital, by by doing these games and stuff are doing a similar thing to the, like the Pioneerland. It's something that your kids, they're learning from, and it's something that sticks with them, even though they don't even realize they're just having a great time. They're playing these junk food blasters and these other games that are going to be going on all week and learning something from it. And it's something that they might not care about right now as a kid. They don't, but it will stick with them.
Well, it's in like my negative Nancy self. You think of all the negative things that bombard your kids subliminally, and
Absolutely.
take them out to the fair and let something positive kind of inspire them as well.
And not only that, they also get to, lots of kids that don't live in the country at all don't get to pet a goat or touch a pig or a cow. My kids, they love that. We of course don't have those, but that's something we love to do. So we go and love on all the animals as much as we can. As much as we can get our hands on, we want to touch them and pet them. And it's a great environment, even if you're not riding the rides. And the junk food, I'm going to ask a little, go ahead and tell me the naughty thing you love to have at the fair.
It's so weird. I'm such a, I don't even know. I'm so hoity-toity. I am the non-junk food eater in the house.
Oh, you are?
I am the non-junk food.
So even at a fair, there's nothing that you crave or that you go for?
I love the smells.
Yeah.
I love the smells here. I'm such a weenie. But I'll indulge a soda.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like,
we need to really take him to the fair and show him how to have a good time.
I was locked in a room for years.
He might be sick for like a week later, but we're gonna take him and show him how to really do the fair right. No, I love like the fried cheese. And
my wife loves the fried cheese, the elephant ears.
I love the fried. My kids love the elephant ears. They're not my. I don't go crazy for them. I will definitely get fried cheese, and I definitely get fried vegetables when I'm there. I love the fried vegetables. Fried pickles are one of my favorite things.
I just discovered fried pickles like last year.
They're amazing. Now again, certainly only in moderation. Anything fried is not great, but. Yeah, they're amazing. And at the fair, they're so good. They have an Oriental stand that has fried rice and chicken on a stick. Now, it's not that bad for you, by the way.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad.
So it's amazing. And like I was saying, the ears of corn that are on the grill, they are phenomenal. There's an entire tent towards that stuff, and it is so good.
Now, don't get me wrong about what I said earlier too, because I'm not like this vision of healthiness, but at the same time, it's when it comes to like sweets and things like that.
Yeah,
I always draw back.
I'm much more I mean, it's terrible. I wish it were maybe the sweets. I don't crave the ice cream stuff. It looks amazing, but that's not the stuff I go towards. Again, it's the fried cheese, the fried vegetables, the stuff that still is not good for you, but is delicious. And again, it's fair time, so. You're not going to want to eat it every day, and you're not going to want to eat it all day, but it is nice. It's just part of the fun is to have it and know that it needs to be in moderation, and it's good to teach the kids that too. So,
good. The kids it's
my little guilty pleasure.
They eat their crap when they go to the fair too.
They do.
The kids. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to judge you, but when we get home, I'm judging you.
You're going to work that off. You're going to go on another bike ride. No, I think that's awesome. You guys did. So, tell me how the boys felt about the bike ride itself.
It's their idea.
I mean, did they enjoy it, or were they a lot more tired, or were they surprised how quick it went?
Oh, no, they love it. We actually do a ride from Hammond to Crown Point and back.
Wow.
And we do that twice a year. We haven't done it this summer yet.
How far is that?
I believe it's 30 miles. So 2.
Round trip?
I think it's actually more.
Wow.
Yeah, more.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's 15 there, 15 back. I'm just guessing out that. So, but it's a nice long trip. We knock it out. We have our place that we stop in at Crown Point, and we our little store that we get our drinks and replenish ourselves and hang out. There's a park at the end of the bike trail. We play there for a little while, and then we hump it back as fast as we can.
That's
we get there
so
slow,
neat.
hump it back.
Wow.
So, yeah.
See, I would be the total opposite. I would be like bust butt getting there. Get there, do the store, the park, and then I would mosey home because I'd be tired. That's nice.
We pump it out on the way home.
That's awesome. Yeah. It really is. And you do that twice a year?
Twice a year.
Do you do that in the heat, or do you kind of wait till fall?
No, this is a summer trip, yeah.
We had the bike stop on last week, and we're talking about a realistic training plan for me for I really want to do the 25 miles. I didn't realize there was a 15. No one told me that until I looked it up.
They hid that one.
I looked it up to see if I could find. I knew there was a 10, and I knew I could bite off more than that. So I thought I'm going to go straight for the 25. No one said there was a middle bump there. No one told me that. And I think no one told me that on purpose.
Yeah,
but that's okay. I'm going to stick with it. I can get there to the 25, and
If you can do 15, you can do 25.
Well, and I keep telling myself I want to enjoy it too. So that's why preparing now. We're a month out. I want to make sure that I do enjoy it. So I want to start working on that. I'm trying to get somebody in here to talk about the Tour de La Porte itself because it is a wonderful event and it's been going on quite a while, and it's evolved too. When it started as a walk and has gone on since then. So I definitely want to discuss more about that. But when they were on last week, they had a great piece of advice to start off slow, like start off with 5 miles and do that every other day for a couple days and then bump it up. I'm curious to know that huge ride. You guys just out of the gate go for it?
No.
Or do you prepare?
I think the kids probably could. Yeah. I cannot.
Right.
Because my butt hurts and everything hurts.
Right.
And then I get winded. So what we do is that's what I'm doing now is we'll take short bike rides.
I see.
We do a lot of walking. Like me and the wife will go out for a walk.
Yeah, I
we'll
love
do
to walk.
2 or 3 miles. And it kind of just gets your legs. You got to get your legs back. You got to get your legs in your lungs. And then once I feel that I'm kind of right at about, I think I could do 5 or 10 like we just did. Then I'm ready to try, to double that.
I see. So you do train your own little plan in your own way.
I didn't even really think of it as training, but that's kind of what we've been doing the last couple of years.
Well, that's what I told them. I said, the more and more I read online, like about 5K stuff, after we had the mayor and her mother on discussing training for 5K.
He motivated me so hard.
Me too.
I'm like, are you serious? I want to do that too.
Well, and so I looked up the website that Fran Milo, used initially, the Couch to 5K. And, I thought the very first line says in there, nothing, you won't be successful without a plan, period. You have to have a plan. And I thought it's clearly the same for the cycling. So I really need to come up with a plan. And so that's why when they were here last week, it was nice because I wanted to know their opinion and how to properly make a plan when I'm not I don't bike all the time. This is not my normal, at least once or twice a week. No, I don't. I mean, I might not get on for 2 or 3 weeks and then I ride 3 days that week because we have a great time. It just depends on time and stuff, so it isn't ever a regular plan. And so you kind of already do that, which I think is really neat and how fun for you and the boys.
Well, and we're I think as a family we're at a turning point where we're becoming more active, and it really it's a mindset. And it's so funny that as over the last year where it started happening, then of course I come here and then this show's here and I'm like, you know what, is this serendipity? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's nice.
It's very cool.
It's definitely motivating for me because it's so easy to get wrapped up in, the kids all are in events. They're all in stuff. And I love that. I want them to try everything and do everything, but that leaves no time for Dad and I to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. We're very active as a family, but we're active running from event to event rather than trying to make it into our everyday lifestyle. And so I feel like the whole theory, the whole concept of the show motivates me to try to incorporate more of that into our the fibers of our family's everyday life.
Well, that's what it did for me.
And I like that. So I keep
thank
pushing
you,
towards that.
Thank Rick and thank the hospital.
Thank the idea. Yeah. I think that it's a great concept, and I think it's important. And again, then LaPorte Hospital being out at the fair is just another step towards that. The kids might be surprised to see LaPorte Hospital there, but then again, these events that they're at and when they're participating, it just is normal for them to see that. And I like that they associate the hospital with those positive things as well. Yeah. And with preventative behaviors rather than just we deal with the hospital once something has happened, so.
Which I think is changing in society.
I think so.
I think
too.
everyone's becoming more preventative.
A little more proactive in what we can do. Prevention, I mean, the health costs. I definitely, I don't like to get into politics stuff.
Don't
whatever,
get me started, young lady.
You love it, but healthcare in our country is unbelievably expensive, and so much of the issues that we deal with are preventable, and it definitely takes proactive nature on the healthcare providers to teach and us to take that and run with it, do with it, and I think the hospital is doing fabulous at that. So.
Well, the hardest thing I think for me, it as a man, my mindset tells me not to be preventative. It tells me just power through whatever it is.
That's it.
But
deal with it when it comes.
Deal with it when it comes. Yeah, if I don't know, I'm not sick from it. But it's slowly changing. I'm like, I've got to be around. I've got my youngest is 8. He's in gymnastics. He's doing very well. All the kids are doing well in school. They've got plans for what they want to be in the future. And it's like, I'd like to be there to see these things.
And that is such a good point. When you just brought up gymnastics, it makes me think of the Olympics getting ready to come up.
We were watching the trials.
We watched them too. And do you know what I love about watching those is because it does inspire the kids. It inspires the kids to not only, not necessarily do gymnastics, but to say, you know what, you work hard for whatever you want. These kids, some of these kids are so young, young teenagers, but they've been working at it for years, and everything takes work and dedication. And it's a great lesson, and it's fabulous to watch as a family to say, how much they work and how much time and effort they put into it. And
I'm glad you have that conversation because we do too.
Yes.
The kids are just like, oh my God, what? I'm like,
they're
like your age.
Yeah, that's it.
Some of them,
it's funny. My 4-year-old has zero balance. Okay, he's terrible. He falls all the time and whatever. So does my 6-year-old. It's just the way they are.
Synopsis.
But they had the girls on the beam last night, and
that means it's on my DVR then. Okay, good.
My 4-year-old was saying, "I think I could spin around like that on the floor." Like, no, you can't. You'll still fall, and you're on the floor. But I said, "Okay, go ahead and try." And he fell, of course. And he's like, "That's hard." They're doing it on a balance beam, mister. They work towards these things with an incredible amount of dedication and effort, and pay so much attention to their lifestyle then because they have to for this purpose. But it is a great motivator for the kids and great inspiration to show them work hard towards whatever it is you want to do, and you have to have a healthy lifestyle to support that, no matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
You have to. So I think it's really, really cool. It's fun to watch. One of my daughters is in track, and she was mesmerized by the hurdlers because she hurdles. And she said, my best time, the girl, she was just my best time and her time. It's incredible. I don't know how she does that, and again, work, dedication, and a lot of talent, obviously.
Well, yeah.
But they don't just wake up with this talent and then just be able to do it. They have this talent and they have to work for it.
Has to be cultivated.
That's it.
Yeah, there's plenty of talented people out there, but what are you doing with that talent?
That's it. You have to work towards it. You have to, adopt a healthy lifestyle and make sure that you focus on that, and it's really good. So.
Yeah, no, we've been watching the male gymnastics. Whenever it's on, we DVR, we watch it. And the
Very
boys,
neat.
because that's what they do. The two boys are in it, and they are over the past 2 weeks. You can tell they've got the eye of the tiger now.
See, that's
they're
exciting.
They want to do what they saw on television, and because they're so close, to what they're doing, it's like wow. So I'm like, okay,
and they already know like the form of some of these things, and that's so neat. I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I would be really curious to know what any of those gymnasts, if they indulge at the fair,
if
they have any like guilty pleasures at the fair themselves. I would be interested to know.
I'm gonna just go off on a limb and say that they have to. You
It's
can't be
human
all
nature.
work all the time. You got to take time to play. You have
Even if you only have one piece of whatever your guilty pleasure is.
Yeah. Or an occasional soda.
Yeah, I know. Mike needs to go to the fair with my family. I think he would be sick, like I said, for a while, and not from rides. Just from saying, try this. Oh, this is my favorite. Everybody,
you changed me. Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to do that to the point of making you crave it as bad as some of us do.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun, and I can't wait to try this junk food blaster myself this afternoon, and I'm going to be asking. Yeah, I'm going to be asking everybody that's in there what they feel about it, and if they took anything away that they were surprised about. So it'll be fun. Be a really good time.
Yeah. Well, and that starts today at noon.
The junk food blaster is from noon to 4, and that's going to be kind of the game aspect of it. And then from 4 to 7 is the mini health food fair. Again, they're going to be you get to sample, so yum, some sautéed food. From the steam table at Cafe 1007 at the hospital. It's amazing. Anyway, they're going to have a grain bar. They're going to have a smoothie bar. And they're going to have that little exercise on how clean are our hands for real.
Which I don't want to do. But so it's today, as warm as it's going to be today. This is a good day. It's Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe take your lunch break at around, 11:45. Call in sick around 11:55.
I'm not promoting it.
And then head on over to the fair and do the junk food blast is what I'm saying. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's really going to be a good time.
Fair.
Take your boss.
Today I'm making it take your boss to the fair day.
That would be wonderful.
At noon today.
Yep, noon to 4 will be the game portion, and then from 4 to 7 is the mini health food fair, and really, really cool stuff. And Ask a Provider will be during that time. we'll see who the provider is.
Yeah, the mystery provider.
That's right. You know, again, I love a little mystery. I'm all good with that. It's fun. It's a good time. And there's going to be fun things every single day. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get to recap a little bit of footage from today's fair.
Are you going to
So-
set the pedometer?
your
Your walk-trometer? Yes.
I will. That's a great. It's charging.
See?
But it would be wonderful to put it on just before the fair, so I'll know how much I walked there.
While you were there. Yeah.
Okay, I will report on that tomorrow, sir.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
There
it
we
is.
go. That
now,
would
if
be
you
fabulous.
find yourself wanting to sit down, just find some active kids, put the Fitbit on them, and let them walk around. Come back with inflated numbers. It's all good.
I'm a little too competitive for that. I can't do that. Can't do that. I'll own it, good or bad. I'll own it.
We got to do it like a WIMS Younger Life sports team. We got to do something because I'm stupid competitive too. I'm really stupid competitive.
You know,
I don't like how competitive I am sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I don't. It's all in good fun for me. I get competitive, but I'm a good loser too. It's okay. I can lose. I don't mind. But I definitely, starting out, I do get that eye of the tiger, and they're like, no.
I'm a good loser. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I prefer to be the winner, but so it'll be, it'll be interesting. I do hope that I have some competition for the Junk Food Blaster because that will give me a little more motivation.
Yeah.
To go.
Take it to the next level.
Kick butt at it.
Bring your boss and compete against Mary at the
there we go.
at
That'll
the fair,
be
man. It's good.
It'll be a good time.
So when you leave out of here, you've got some stuff you got to do, and then you're gonna head.
I
on
have
over.
a little bit of time. I'm not going until this afternoon.
Okay.
I want to be there for a little bit of both sections of today's events, so I'm going to be there about 3:00.
Okay.
And then that way I can do a little bit of the game stuff, and then do the
Then
mini
right
health
into the
food
health
fair
food bar and
and the Ask a Provider.
All
So
right.
I'll be there then.
All right, man. So yeah, lots of things going on. The big fair in town all week. It
is. Yep. It already started and it runs through the weekend.
Man,
the weekend.
Good time. So I guess it's easy to find too. Just go with the smells and the sounds.
Yep.
So-
State Road 2 in LaPorte. Everybody knows where the fairgrounds is. It's nice and easy.
Now,
to
see,
find.
for a new guy in town, I don't know where it's at. See, new guy in town. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't-
very,
I don't
very
know-
true.
I don't know where that is at all.
Well, you know what? LaPorte Hospital's Facebook page, they list location, times, and break down every day this week as far as what is coming up in their tent. The
So
LaPorte
what you're
Hospital.
saying is I can just go to the hospital website.
You can look it up, and it will tell you all you need to know about it. Come down and see us. It's
I feel
gonna
like a
be
pitch
fun.
man. That's great. So what you're saying is
Yeah, I think it'll be great. I look forward to it.
very, very cool though. So and then the rest of the week you're going to be recapping. You'll be out there, maybe a little camera crew. Maybe?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna have a little bit of camera crew every day, and so hopefully the plan right now is I'll be in here every morning, and we will discuss it and get to show the little day before's kind of fun and games, and then we'll discuss what's going on the next day or that current day.
And if maybe I'm stepping out of line here, but if you are at the fair this week and you want to call in and let us know what's going on out there as far as tracking your own Fitbit. I'm talking to the listener right now. Maybe you're tracking your Fitbit. Maybe you're tracking your pedometer. You're just
you just want to share what your guilty pleasure is at the fair. That's okay.
Or your list of ailments that you shared with the provider.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Yes,
So-
absolutely. We'd love to hear about your experiences and if you find healthy food that you were surprised to find at the fair, I'll tell you, I have to tell you, share this one last little thing. So, I don't love fast food, but we went through a drive-through the day of. We had a very small lunch break in the dog show day. And so I had taken a bunch of stuff, but we buzzed through a drive-through, and I was impressed to see a veggie burger on the menu.
Really?
I got it. I thought I'm going
And?
to try it. I thought it was very good.
Okay. Well,
I was shocked.
Sometimes it's hit or miss.
I was shocked. Now, I didn't see nutritional facts by it, but it was a veggie burger.
That's all I
And
need.
it was very, very good. So I was surprised by that, honestly. I had not ever seen that or noticed that. Maybe we don't go through it too much or I don't really notice, but it was delicious.
Oh, very cool.
There are healthy options out there.
I've got to have myself a veggie burger. Now I'm hungry. See, an occasional soda and a veggie burger. So,
Well, thanks for joining us on Younger Life Live today. Check us out at the fair. LaPorte Hospital will be there all week.
catch you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
AM 1420, WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company station.
CBS News, I'm Peter King. The parents of Dallas gunman Micah Johnson say they're heartbroken.
I love my son with all my heart. I hate what he did.
James and Delphine Johnson spoke with theblaze.com. She says her son, an Army vet, was disappointed with the military and changed after he served. It's not quite business as usual in Dallas, but 4 days after the shooting deaths of 5 police